Hi, today I am going to be giving this plain t-shirt a makeover using some pieces of vintage embroidery pillowcase. So I'm going to start off with um, cutting the pillowcase embroidery off. I'm going to clear my desk here first, get everything out of the way, and then I will get into the project. So if you've been around with me here on my channel, you already know how much I love rescuing old textiles and finding new ways to use them. And so vintage linens have beautiful embroidery on them most of the time. So it could be a pillowcase, a tablecloth, any um, old textile that you might find that might have some beautiful embroidery on it. I love to use those. And the areas that are not stitched, those are great also for needle books and other projects. That's why I love collecting them. But most of the time, we really don't know what to do with these textiles. So they wind up staying in a drawer. Some of them might have stains on them. But I have wanted to venture into this upcycling for a long time. I did upcycle a dress years ago and it really turned out nice. And so I started a little bit of it last year with the collaboration, if you watched any of those videos with me and my friend Linda. And so, but this year we're going in different directions with our health. So we're just having to do our own thing, kind of a thing. And we might get into collaborations later in the year if things kind of smooth out for both of us. But what I love most about these projects is that they allow me to use these beautiful textiles. They're not hidden in a drawer anymore. So for this project, I started off with one of my simple plain t-shirts. It's not anything fancy. In fact, it's just really plain and boring. And so I thought, if I'm going to upcycle, what could I pick, first of all, in my wardrobe that needed to be upcycled. And so that was a shirt that I picked out. And the embroidery, the linen that I picked out, I went through my drawer and I was looking through all the textiles that I had. And this pillowcase was right on top. I have had this pillowcase for over 20 years. I used to use it, but it was starting to really get thin. And so I said, well, I'll keep it because I want to do something one day with this embroidery that's on here. So that's what I decided to do. So now I am going to put some fusible web on the back of it. And I've got my t-shirt now um, in position, and I'm putting a piece of cardboard in there in between because I did put fusible web on the lace and on the pillowcase that I cut out. So this is the pillowcase part that I cut out the embroidery. So as I'm working on this today and cutting out these sections, I'm arranging it on the shirt so that it looks balanced to the eye. I decided, where did the focal point, what did I want the focal point to be? And one thing I've learned from years of crafting is that you don't need a complicated plan to get started. Sometimes it's enough to simply move things around, audition them in different places, different pieces, and just see what feels right to you. That's often how creativity works. Do you find that that's what your style is? Do you do that yourself? I'd love to know in the comments. Not by having all the answers, ahead of time. Where am I going to put this and what am I going to do with that? That's not how it happens. It happens as we're going. It evolves. The project starts to take on a life of its own as we're doing things. And I think that's one reason why I enjoy upcycling so much. Every project has a different outcome. And no two vintage linens are ever exactly alike. Even if you have two of the exact same type, no two shirts will turn out the same. And that's what makes them special. So unless you want them to be lookalikes, but generally people really don't go for that anymore. They want originality. So if you're making a mother-daughter or, friends, sister matching kind of a thing, you still want to put something that makes it special to that individual, whatever it is that they might like. And you're creating something that no one else has. That's another beautiful thing. And as I look at this embroidery, I often wonder what the person who originally stitched it and what were they doing, and how did they use it? And would they be so happy to know that look what it's it's still around today, decades later, but it's going to be used in a different way. And I really enjoy that. I think there's something meaningful about that. So instead of throwing things away, we're extending their story. And honestly, that's part of my slow living philosophy. Using what we have, appreciating the work that came before us, and finding beauty in simple things. So now I cut out all the in between things, and now here's what I've done. I have the lace, and now I'm embellishing and attaching this, and I'm going to sew it with my sewing machine. That would be the easiest way for me to go about this, I think. I mean, I thought about this so many different ways, and the fusible web does not stick well to the embroidery. I'll just tell you that right now. It only sticks where the fabric is itself that has not been stitched. So just keep that in mind if you do a project in the future. And speaking of creativity, if you're someone who enjoys slow stitching, creative living, embroidery, storytelling, and collecting small joys throughout the year, I'd love to invite you to join my Sunshine Stitch Society. Each month, I create a free creative packet for our members. Inside, you'll find a collective badge, a story page, a featured embroidery stitch, printable pattern, coloring page, and creative activities designed to help you slow down and enjoy the creative process. It becomes one of my favorite things to create each month because it gives us all something fun to look forward to. I'll leave the link in the comment below, and you're more than welcome to join us. It's totally free. So let's get back to the t-shirt. At this point, I've attached the embroidery, I've attached my little flower, and it's looking so beautiful. It looks so cohesive now. And this is also the stage where I like to step back and look at the overall design. Sometimes it looks good up close, but it doesn't look balanced until you take that step back. And so I love it. I think it's turned out so beautifully. And I'd love to hear in the comments if you've ever upcycled vintage linens, or if you have a collection waiting for a project. And if you'd like to receive the monthly Sunshine Stitch Society packet, be sure to join by using the link below. And I just also I can't wait to wear this. I have my crafting Zoom group coming up Saturday, and I'm going to wear it and show it off to my friends and see what they think about it. And I can't wait to hear if they watch my video between now and then and hear what they say in the comments about doing this with maybe one of their old pillowcases or tablecloths, and upcycle one of their plain t-shirts that they can now have a fond memory of together. So that's what I loved about this. And the little yellow flower that you see in the center that I used, and then I added a little bit of lace underneath of that. Let me zoom out a little bit, it's a little too close. It won't let me do that, so I will just have to show you a picture at the end of the completed shirt. So you're just seeing it's again like I'm learning this phone, but it's like sometimes it just doesn't, I guess the camera positioning in my tripod now with this new phone it's closer than what it was with the other phone. Anywho, I will, but at least you're seeing the full length across. So that's the good part. I like that. Okay, so let me go over the steps for you, just in case you want to do this. So I picked out one of my plain t-shirts. It was actually a thin cotton. Then I picked out from my linens a pillowcase that had embroidery, as you can see. And also, I did not, I did have an orange t-shirt, but to me, if I would have put this orange on that orange, I don't think it would have looked good. So I love this, adding more color to this shirt. And then the vintage lace, I took a strip of the vintage pillowcase, sewed the vintage lace with a zigzag stitch onto that, and then I embellished that with the little yellow flower and the little piece of green floral lace that I trimmed that I showed you. And then behind the embroidered pillowcase pieces that I cut out, I put lace behind that, the same lace that I put across the front. And this was a V cut neck, so I did put the lace right underneath that. I decided, so you need to position it. You need to figure out, put the shirt on, see where you would want your embellishment to go, and so that it still looks pleasing to the eye. And then I just zigzagged on my sewing machine. I hand stitched the little flower motif in the front and the lace there. And then I also machine stitched using a zigzag around the edge of the two corners. And it turned out perfect. It was so super easy. So this is a project that if you have a sewing machine, you can. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Stay safe, keep creating in the sunshine. Bye-bye.